Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Brick Bios podcast. Happy holidays. As when this comes out, it'll be the 1st of December, so happy holidays. Hope everybody's doing good. I got Jacob here with me.
Hello, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever else you celebrate.
Tim.
Hola.
George.
Is it Tortinos or Tostinos?
Are you talking? Okay. And Isaac. You talking about chips or the pizza rolls?
The pizza rolls.
Are they the same company? Now that I'm thinking about it, that's a whole other thing.
What is catching me off guard? Josh, do you want to explain your computer here today?
Yes,
Show
this
the
is the
camera.
greatest piece of technology
Probably
provided
not.
by the gaming overlord, Gabe Newell.
Did you guys hear about his purchase lately?
No, actually, I didn't.
Speaking of Gabe Newell, he just bought, I think it's like a $500 million yacht
Yeah.
with a hospital crew on board just in case.
In case of what?
He's getting old, man.
That's like really morbid to think about.
It is.
But I mean, I guess if you're gonna prepare, you know.
But I guess it's like because I think there's like microbiologist stuff that's on there. I don't know if that's like a pastime hobby of his, but
So he's gonna like start Jurassic Park or something next. Is he gonna be the real life John Hammond?
I don't know about microbiologist, not Jurassic Park, but maybe the next zombie
Hey,
apocalypse.
you never know. There could be DNA down there. We haven't explored all of it.
Left 4 Dead situation going on. Who knows?
I mean, he
When are
might
we-
be like the next Left 4 Dead 3 IRL.
When are we going to declare Valve a monopoly?
They can't. Epic's there. They just suck. People
Yeah.
chose them as a monopoly. There is other competition. The rest of them just suck.
I'm just saying, they probably hold all PC gaming market right now.
They really do.
With good, reason.
Sorry, it was just really
It's
interesting.
because he doesn't have a laptop. Give him a break.
Yeah.
Where's your laptop?
I don't
I got
need
the
it.
list up here. Hey, this works as a laptop, okay? Never thought about doing it, but I was like, hey, I have this. I can use it. Okay, so we could look at our list here. This week in gaming, we can look at the whole situation with Black Ops 7.
No, you didn't pronounce it right. You gotta say it exactly as the notes say it.
Call of Booty Blorp 7.
Call of Booty.
People are publicly refunding Black Ops 7. I should have read Isaac's. His was better.
Nah,
So with that, I'm going to actually turn to Isaac here. And can you go ahead and explain the situation with...
Well,
Call
like,
of Booty.
yeah, like people are starting to realize that Call of Duty isn't invincible. Like, they can't just keep
You have to do the
doing.
freeze frame.
I apologize. I had the exact same thought. I wasn't going to say Call of Duty's not...
So someone
I
clip that.
apologize. I'm sorry.
a little bit off topic, but did you hear what's his name's not going to come back?
Stephen Yun?
Aaron
No,
Paul.
Aaron Paul's not going to come
Oh.
back. for
As
Invincible.
Paul. What's his name? The electric guy?
Yeah.
He's dispatched now. He's like...
Well,
fully
just off
100%.
topic. He's I just saw that. We'll
No,
go back
so-
to Call of Booty Blorp 7.
Call of Duty.
That's
That's
a
one
tangent
of those
counter
Power
number 2
pole.
for
Or
Jacob.
something like that.
That's one of those words we're going to have to put on the wall that we can't say.
Powerplex.
Call of Booty Blorp 7?
Invincible. Oh.
Oh.
But yeah, no, that's funny to me. Though.
No, so yeah, people are realizing that they can't keep getting away with releasing the same stuff and half-baked content and half-baked campaigns and skibbity toilet boss battles and like AI-generated content
That's
for the calling
second
cards.
time we've said skibbity toilet boss battles on this podcast.
Well, like I was talking to Tim earlier, and I was like, I don't see. I mean, I get the AI thing, and that's that's just lazy.
I think the big complaint about the AI, because I was watching Actman talk about it, there's a lot of complaint about it because Activision fired over 1,900 people, and majority of them were 2D artists. And then the ones that stayed were allegedly forced to use AI for the calling cards and all this other stuff. So I think people are looking at it like, and there's a big argument with AI art with the fact that AI has to learn from something.
Do you
Like
remember?
you can't just AI can't think for itself. It has to look at something and then tries to recreate it. And a big argument with AI art is technically, in a sense, AI. You can claim AI art is stealing other people's work, and so that's a big argument for why this whole AI art thing that Activision's doing could be a problem, because it's like you fired these people and then you're gonna cheap out of it using AI that's already pretty like iffy about art because a lot of people don't consider AI art to be a thing. Like personally myself, I don't think AI art should be considered art. You're just stealing work from humans that have actually done it. And in the same sense, you're stealing work from humans that could do it a lot better.
Well, the other thing, though, is like Call of Duty or Activision is a multi-million-dollar company that could realistically afford to hire people to do this and make unique artworks and have developers that can, actually program their games properly and stuff like that.
They're just trying to fill their pockets at that point.
Which, speaking of filling the pockets, did you hear about I don't know who he is. I think he's like an assistant like he's a higher up for Treyarch who was like saying that he's happy and that it's good for the gamers that Game Pass is going up in price. That's what he said.
Does the second hand to Activision?
I don't know who he is. I know he's a higher up on Activision because he was in like
any price increase is not good for gamers.
Well, and it's like,
especially with the market nowadays, it's like people are so scared to buy new games at full price. Like personally, I don't buy games at full price. I wait for them to get on discount. Increasing prices isn't the best move
in
for
an
gamers.
Already bad economy for a lot of people. It's rough to shoot up more prices, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw that because, like I said, I was watching the Actman talk about it. He didn't talk about the refunding part of things, but he did talk about the other, like the people that were disliking it and reasons why they were disliking it. And a good part of his video was mainly talking about how the AI art, like people are not a fan of it, and they started doing it in Black Ops 6 during like their first or second season during Christmas. There was AI artwork.
Yeah, I was going to say the zombie with like
6 fingers.
Something like that.
And people knew it. And they like, Activision knew people were not happy with AI art. And then there was allegedly a pack that you could buy on Call of Duty that was worth $15 that held AI generated content in it. And so that was another complaint that people had is now they're not being disclaimed. What is AI art?
And they're charging price.
Yeah.
Or
And
they're
then
charging money for
the
it.
other big thing that I understand, calling cards are something you have to work for in Call of Duty. It's not something you just you don't get
Or
them
you
all.
buy.
You have to go play the game. Do you really want to get a worse, less no work put towards it a calling card? Are you willing to put in 60 hours? And there are people that do that to get a calling card that it took somebody 5 seconds to prompt an AI to do, and it looks bad still.
Yeah, but to be fair, I'm not buying Call of Duty for the calling cards. That's just another negative to.
Did you buy Call of Duty?
No.
The last Call of Duty I bought was MW2, the sequel to the 2018 one. I did play Black Ops 6 because I still had Game Pass at the time. But even then, and then there's the other problem with they're starting to become AI assets, and I think people are starting to realize the laziness that Activision is starting to have, and almost I would say there's almost like a creative. What would you call that? Like almost where they're just like running out of creativity.
Yeah, I would say that, but now that you're bringing up the point that Activision is just kind of getting lazy with their games, I kind of think about all the companies that have been just in like a straight drought of producing good games, and I think, how are these guys still making games? How are they making money to make these games?
And then Xbox shuts down studios that actually do well. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Those that actually have the talent and the creativity and the ideas.
Hi-Fi Rush being the example was nominated for an award at the Game Awards last year, and then the studio got shut down this year, and it's like, what? They made a good game and you're shutting them down, but you're going to keep Halo Studios that hasn't made a good game in 7 years?
There was another YouTuber, I forget which one it was. It was just going over what went wrong with Black Ops 7, and they were talking about a thing where gamers and developers alike, probably because we don't really know their side that much, but there's probably franchise fatigue going on. This is the 7th Black Ops.
Also, isn't it their 22nd Call of Duty ever?
Yeah, well, it was a mix between the different. You had Triarch, and then you had Sledgehammer, and then you had Infinity Ward or Infantry Ward.
Infinity Ward.
Yeah. And like, they would trade off, and they had their, the Black Ops series belonged to Triarch with World at War, and then you had the Modern Warfare series with their studio and stuff like that. Now they're kind of blended together, and it's a mess.
They
and
all keep getting shared each other's work.
Yeah.
Which I saw, and trying to touch on like the whole like Black Ops 7, I saw another complaint is regarding like the creativity going away. Is I've heard like the story in this game, besides like the gameplay being dog water, I heard that the story is just awful.
There
Like,
was
I was watching
one section where it was going somewhere. It was okay, but it wasn't anything to do
They
with the main
turned
characters.
Mason into a Venus flytrap, and you had to fight him. But I was watching a guy, and he's talking about like he was reviewing the game, and he's talking about how he's like, this is the first Call of Duty where you could visibly see me like get less and less interested in the campaign story, and it's showing his Twitch stream where he goes and then he's just like over this, and he's just like, look, this campaign is terrible. Like there's like a creativity, like they have no idea what they're doing anymore.
Well, it just goes back to like the argument we had a couple episodes ago about Battlefield 6. It's like their single player is not making their money. It's the multiplayer. So they're probably like, I know you're going to be like, well, if you're going to do a story mode, just do it. But they're just probably putting all their effort into the multiplayer and
which
all the
was
transactions into that.
Improved over Black Ops 6. They said that it was a better multiplayer overall, like people, except for the matchmaking.
That's always been a nightmare.
Because I think they said that I haven't played it. Of course, I can't play Call of Duty on Linux. The matchmaking by default used to be you get into a lobby, it is what it is. You either get wrecked or you do the wrecking. And now they changed it to be it's more focused on the skill-based matchmaking.
It's
and
terrible.
People are still hating on it.
It's just sweaty.
Well, it's because
it's like way
it
too.
doesn't matter.
like every time, because I remember we do Black Ops 6, it would go from like, because they introduced the skill based matchmaking. I think they did it earlier, but I remember Black Ops 6 was really bad. Where I remember like you'd get a game where like you'd get absolutely dominated, and so the game thinks you're doo doo, and then they put you in like the kindergarten level,
And then once you actually do good, they're like, this guy is cracked at this game.
Time
And
to
then,
put him in the esports lobby. It's
Yeah.
like, bro, what?
Yeah, you would bounce. It would be the extreme for a little bit, and then once it figured out where you were after it had enough information, you were.
But even then, I feel like it was still rough
What
for a lot
was
of
it?
the time.
20 Modern Warfare 2019 is the first one where they did skill based matchmaking, if I remember correctly. I think that was the first one they
yeah,
introduced.
I feel like their multiplayer was pretty good.
But
at
it was
2019.
good. It was, I don't know. I myself have not liked the skill based matchmaking because it was always fun going into lobbies where sometimes you did the wrecking, and then there was lobbies where you just got wrecked. Someone was way better, and
Can I be honest
just
though?
in that lobby with you.
Like if you're doing, and I don't know how most people feel, but in my opinion, if you're doing a casual match of Call of Duty, I feel like to a certain degree, do you really need skill based matchmaking?
You don't. I feel
Can
like
you just do like you
compa-
get into a lobby, you're in the lobby with
Do it based on
anybody and
ping,
everybody,
then it's kind of just if you're good, you're good. If you're not, you're not.
and then like I would understand it, like if you're playing ranked, I want to be in a skill based match. But if I'm doing casual,
I just want to chill out on my couch, play
just
some games.
toss
I don't
me
want
with a bunch of random people. I might be good, might
I
be
feel
bad.
like the game has to be fun for everybody. Because like if someone's getting wrecked all the time, the game's not fun anymore.
Yeah, because they just keep putting you in matches with these higher skills. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to do that.
Yeah, it just makes you lose your appetite for the game.
But I do want to talk about a little brief thing. Speaking of the online, jumping back to the campaign for a brief moment, the campaign is online, right? Even though it's single player
Only.
campaign, you can play with friends. Here's the problem that I've heard:
Can't pause.
you can't pause, even if you're playing by yourself.
You can't idle.
You can't idle. The game will kick you for idling in a single player campaign, and there's no checkpoints.
Are you?
And you can play it offline.
Yeah. It's like you have to be online.
Yeah.
I mean, the game is like what, 80 gigabytes? What did you download? Because obviously the game is running on a server somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was the rental space for the server.
You're paying for the
Yeah, 80 gigs was you just downloading like some resources. The other 80 gigs are on some virtual machine that you're running.
I just
from.
wanted to be noted. Battlefield 6 was like 40, right?
50. I
50
think it's
with
around
the
50
update?
gig. Yeah.
Well, it's because you have to download all of Warzone to play Call of Duty single player campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and after you finish the campaign in Black Ops 6, you can remove it. Or not Black Ops 6, Battlefield 6.
Dude, I
Remove it.
was looking at some gameplay of the Black Ops 7 multiplayer and the campaign.
It looks goofy.
Well, yeah, it looks goofy, but like I recognize that map. That's from Black Ops 2. I recognize
Yeah,
that
they-
map. That's from Black Ops 3.
Yeah, I saw some. I saw.
They're
some videos
reusing these
today that
assets.
I'm like, oh, I remember
With
that
AI
map.
generation.
Yeah,
It's
what was the maps I saw today? It was
Hijack.
yeah,
Hmm.
hijack, and then there was
Nuketown.
did they have
No, well, that's kind of like
well,
they have
Nuketown's
to.
always they'll have that one. No, there was another one I saw that it was from like Black Ops 2 or 3, something like that.
Can I be honest though? I feel like, and I'm gonna say like, yes, it is disappointing that we're not getting new maps. But at the same time, I feel like every time Call of Duty tries to make a new map now, it becomes the worst map.
I mean,
ever
it's
in
not
the
a
game.
bad idea that they went with some old ones because they were actually good.
Like I remember Modern Warfare 2. Do you remember the highway map?
Which Modern Warfare?
The new
2?
Modern Warfare 2.
Yes.
I remember that one was the worst map I've ever played in my
Yeah.
entire life. Like I pray I would never
the
get
border crossing.
That-
You
I
want to know
remember
what I
that.
think is
Dude,
the
that one
best
was
map?
fun. I would just launch
So
rockets and just
bad.
blow up.
You want to know what my favorite map is of all Call of Duties? Shoot House.
Oh, you're okay. So that was an argument that I had seen. It's
What
like
you were
anytime-
gonna call me a slur or something? Oh, Euro, and then he stopped himself.
No, but there's so Call of Duty kind of has a reputation now of being the arcade shooter, whereas Battlefield is more of the
Mhm.
strategy. But if you look back at old Call of Duty maps, like some of the bigger ones, there was a little bit of room to do different styles of play, and they
Mhm.
kind of even did it with 2019, and that's where people got mad because it was like the camper.
Yeah.
Everybody was mad for people camping in these maps because they had made it where you could find a spot and sit and wait for people to come to you. But
Mhm.
it was the most unique that the multiplayer had been since, the old 2000.
World at
12.
War was the last one with huge maps.
Yeah.
For Call of Duty.
But there's
because they had tanks and all that.
That was a pretty good game too.
yeah. that
there's
one was
an
a good
argument
one.
that they won't make new maps now because everybody just wants Shoot House or Shipment because they have those.
Those
ones
maps are fun
24/7.
though.
They are fun, but there's a time and place for that. It's so you can grind. Honestly, that's the only reason to jump on those. If you want to
Yeah.
just go fast and you need to grind for
A
weapon
gun.
skins, gun
Yeah.
unlocks, stuff like that. So, yeah, that's
But they're
what Call of
fun.
Duty has
The
become.
grenade
All their
launcher
maps.
kills.
If I'm being,
Yeah.
I think I'm just saying, I think
Somehow
the
I
biggest
got sniper
complaint
kills
is it's
on
going
it.
to go back to Call of Duty is creativity. Like they have nothing creative.
Well, my question is, how do they let it get this bad?
The
Like,
CEOs are making money.
I mean,
The shareholders.
if
are
you
still
want to
making
make money, you can
That-
make
I
a
don't
decent
understand
game.
how they're making money
if
either.
you're gonna do well, I look at Madden.
I
It's like
feel
if you're
like-
gonna do the same thing every year. I mean,
You could try to
Call of
improve
Duty
it.
Also, I
fans
feel like they're
aren't
so much
Madden
in the
fans.
negative on Call of Duty.
They have to be now.
I feel like they are. Like, you can say Madden is the same game, but like people like sports. Anybody's gonna go back
Yeah,
to
but there are
that.
people that just play Madden
Yeah,
because they like sports.
And those are the
Call-
gamers that when I shake their hands, I wash my hand afterwards.
Call of Duty, like people that play Call of Duty, even like, well, maybe now not so much, but like the late 2010s, early 2020s with the whole Modern Warfare, like those fans aren't gonna accept that kind of performance from Activision
hmm
the same way that they get it from EA with Madden or FIFA or 2K with NBA.
yeah. EA's
Like-
never gonna go in the negative for FIFA. They have
Yeah.
the whole world that backs them up. on
Right.
FIFA. They can
But
make
Call
the
of
same
Duty's-
game over and over,
Even
people
though
will
it's
buy
like
Call of
it's
Duty's
getting
not
so
gonna do
bad.
that.
Yeah,
They're not gonna succeed that way.
Well, especially I would say because Battlefield 6. I know that we talked about it on the last podcast how Battlefield 6, at least in my opinion, wasn't going to win the action category because I didn't think it was in that.
If there was
that
an
field.
FPS category, it
But
would've.
I would say out of the two, night and day. Battlefield 6 is so much better than Call of Duty.
Yeah.
At the current moment.
Well, they launched to 747,000 players, so
Yeah.
that kind of just shows. Whereas Call of Duty launched to 70, and that number dropped.
No, what do you mean? Call of Duty's great. Did you not see their tweet?
Yeah, Activision is all about it.
Activision said it's been doing great. Fans love it. It's almost like no, there's no war in Ba Sing Se.
Ba Sing Se.
There's no war in Ba Sing Se. What are you talking about? There's no.
When was the
war.
last time a Call of Duty wasn't nominated for a Game Award? Was it 2019?
I don't even think was it nominated for anything in 2019.
I think so. Best multiplayer, probably.
I want to say it was. Like Warzone had to have been up there. Or,
What-
I don't know.
Well, I think it's
When
like
are they gonna have their own like category in like the Game
Well, okay.
Awards where it's like best battle royale?
Best.
another thing, man. And I know you have played Warzone like for up till a while. How is Warzone? I haven't heard anything regarding that.
Well, it's
So
the same
Warzone?
game. They haven't.
From-
That's not updated.
Like I've heard that's been like trending downward.
It's-
Like people are starting to not like it.
it's still Warzone 2.0, right? From
Yeah.
2022.
They haven't updated anything since then.
Call of Duty Blorp 7.
Yeah, I haven't tried the Battlefield Battle Royale,
The
but
Red
I'm kind
Sec?
of Battle Royale, but BR'd out.
I've watched some gameplay on the battle royale for Battlefield 6. That
That was a blatant copy of Call of Duty, to be honest.
Yeah, it kind of looks. They're trying to be Warzone, but it's not fast enough to be Warzone.
It's
It's
like
not
I said.
supposed to be.
It's like I said.
It's
They
a
should have
different-
just.
It's
Then why are they
Battlefield.
trying to be
They sh-
Warzone?
They should have just stuck with
They're
what
not
they
tr-
know.
They're not trying to be Warzone. They're being a battle royale in Battlefield.
No.
in Battlefield.
They are trying
They're-
to be Warzone.
they're trying to be
All your
Warzone.
when they first dropped it, you had these guys. Why are there tanks in here? These tanks suck. No, it's Battlefield. It's not Warzone. They wanted Warzone. Battlefield gave them a Battlefield experience with tanks. So just get good. Destroy the tank, or go
Yeah.
get a tank.
This goes back into my not every game deserves a battle royale. Because then
Or
I just
Battle
look
Pass.
at Fallout 76. Like you don't need a battle royale.
Bro, Red
Ba-
Dead 2
they-
had a battle royale.
BF6 should stick with what they're good at and just focus on that. No battle royale.
Actually, have you seen the gameplay? Their battle.
It-
their battle.
from what I've looked at,
royale is-
Like
I just thought Call of Duty
imagine
was
the
lamer.
Red Sec map being like just a big team battle map instead.
Well, it's not a big team battle. They have they've
Like a
included,
big map that everybody's just
This-
fighting on.
and I haven't bought it, but did they bring back all the other game modes?
Like Operation.
Operations where you do like these large scale
Yeah.
Yeah.
campaigns.
operations is in there. They have
Breakthrough.
escalation, breakthrough.
Escalation is actually kind of like the Battle Royale in that sense because you have all the objectives, but they slowly start to disappear, causing the fight to kind
Well,
of...
yeah, it condenses because what
Mhm.
you do is the more points you control, it's just like Conquest, but the more points you control, your meter will build up, and then once your meter fills up, you take over a good section. So then that's now your headquarters. So you're just continuing to advance.
All of those modes are better than Warzone.
Are they though?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
My favorite's still Breakthrough.
Let's
that
just
one's
say,
just like all-out fighting.
Call of Booty is booty cheeks.
Yeah. Call of Duty people are refunding it. I think Metacritic has like a 2.7 score from users,
It's
I'm
it's
gonna pull that
lower
up.
than what Modern Warfare 3 was.
and Modern Warfare 3 was low.
Yeah, it was like in the red zone.
That wasn't a game, Modern Warfare 3.
I bought Modern Warfare 3.
Do you feel bad about that?
Yeah,
Apologize.
I'm sorry.
Apologize to the viewers, not me.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7 Metacritic score. User score
I'm
is
sorry.
1.6.
One
For absolutely nothing.
Modern Warfare 3 was actually 2 point whatever. Black Ops 7 made it into in the 1 point.
I did
So this is the worst reviewed Call of Duty of all time.
Yeah, right below. Actually, I think it was below Black Ops 6 and then Modern Warfare 3. I think.
No, Black Ops 6 wasn't that bad.
I just had a. Hold on.
You're only trying to navigate a Steam Deck here.
I had a.
how did Black Ops 2 do in the box office?
in the box.
in the box?
I don't know. With all the refunds, we'll have to find out at the end of the week. How the refunds go through. I think the other thing is, I think Call of Duty would have had a better chance of BF6 wasn't good. But since it came out and people are enjoying it, like even if it's like mediocre, that's still leagues better than what we're getting now. You know?
Oh no,
And
they
what
gave
are we
Black Ops
getting?
6 a 6.2.
So is anyone buying Black Ops? Or I mean Blorp 7?
I was considering it.
I think they were probably banking on the Game Pass thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Well, it's like their CEO, or not the CEO. I don't know who he is, but I remember
Ackman
Ackman was talking about it, and he said who he was. I just forgot, but he was like, Activision basically came out saying, "We're happy that Xbox is raising prices. It's a good thing. We're so happy."
well, that's what I'm thinking. People played Black Ops 6 because of Game Pass. I played Black Ops 6 because of Game Pass. I didn't buy the game, but because it was on Game Pass, I went ahead and
Yeah.
downloaded the multiplayer, played a few rounds. It was all right. I
Thing
didn't
is,
have
I'm
any
not
issues,
doing it
but
with Black Ops 7. I just canceled my Game Pass. So
Did you see the price?
yeah, it
increase?
hit. So I'm dropping it.
Yep.
I canceled it the other day.
I keep
so
getting-
it'll drop next month.
I keep getting notifications like, "Hey, your Game Pass is not up. You want to renew
Yeah,
it?" And I'm
no
like,
doubt.
"No,
They're like, "You want to renew it for $20 more,
no,"
and you'll
So,
get half the content you did before."
Yeah, no. Go buy Arc Raiders. How much is that one right now?
$40.
Yeah, it's like $40.
I heard that game is actually doing really well in the box office.
Just stop
saying the box office.
Yeah, I remember going to theaters to go play that one. No, actually, our boss, he's been playing it, and he's been doing a Linux journey himself.
Oh, it's Linux
So
compatible.
he's been enjoying it. He's been telling us to get it and play with him.
Isaac is turned.
but I don't like playing
Isaac's
with him
thi-
at night.
I've talked to Isaac. You said you're.
I'm waiting because
For what?
What's
he's
your time
he's
frame?
thinking that they're going to become transaction heavy within.
No, he's thinking they're
well,
gonna do an
That's one
Apex.
thing. So I'm waiting to see if they keep it the way it is, keep it fun, like minimal microtransactions, minimal, just like BS that you commonly see in the gaming industry. Also, because it works right now with Linux doesn't mean it's going to in the future, because they could change the anti-cheat at any point to one that's not compatible, like what they did with Apex.
They know Isaac is around.
But Apex is
Isaac
free
will
though.
cheat.
Yeah, well, Apex used to work. It was totally fine. It was,
it was
running,
free.
and then they just yoinked it away from Linux gamers because they changed the anti-cheat.
See, but the thing is, if you wait for all these changes, if they don't change it, but the fun is going to be gone by then.
But if it's a good game, is it really going to be gone by then? It's a live service game.
Here's the other thing, though. You got to remember, EA.
It's only live while it's live.
Yeah, it's only.
You got to
live
remember who
while
the
it's live.
developers are.
Yeah, I know.
EA did Apex. I could have told you they were going to do that.
Is Arc Raiders an indie developer or who's
I
doing
believe
that?
so.
I didn't.
I've never
actually look
heard
at
of
it.
them from when I looked. I've never heard of them.
I don't even know what their developer team's name is. Their developer studio.
But Arc Raiders was pretty good. Have you guys seen anything regarding Crimson Desert?
The Black Desert single player MMORPG.
Yes, AI.
I've never
That was-
heard of it.
That was so human-like.
Very human.
Very human design. Have you seen anything regarding that, Isaac?
Mm.
Have you seen? Very
I've
little.
actually seen gameplay of it, but I haven't actually seen anything.
Okay, you're
else.
you're running the
Stop.
joke to the ground. You've ever heard of Black Desert?
It's like the online MMORPG.
Yeah, if I'm correct, it's a Korean studio. Maybe Chinese. I thought it was Korean though. I'm so sorry if I'm getting this wrong. But it's Pearl Abyss. That's the studio behind it. And they made this MMO called Black Desert. And I own it, but I'm not much of an MMO guy. I tried to play it. The one thing that always got me on it was the combat. Looked
It was-
really...
And the
like,
graphics and everything just looked really good
it looked
about
like
it.
very detailed, very interesting. And you should check it out whenever you get home or something. But they're making a new game, and according to them, it's like the whole reason we did the MMO was to kind of build up funds and get some more practice on stuff. And so now they're making a full-on single-player experience called Crimson Desert that's going to bring over and from what they hopefully develop more of the combat that they already have. And I've heard that and from the looks of it, like I've seen trailers, the world looks beautiful. It's massive, like huge, tons of things that they're showing off that like, oh, you can go do this. I didn't know if anyone saw that. It's just been something
I
I've
did
been
see the
interested in
trailer,
lately.
but it's only a trailer.
It's only a
You
trailer.
would have to wait for the game to come
Now
out.
you said it was single player. Is it like RPG or is it like
It's RPG.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
RPG.
Yeah.
so open world RPG?
From what I
Yes.
think, it's gonna play like really similar to Black Desert, but single player.
And they'll probably kind of cut away some of the more MMO functionality
Yeah.
of it.
I did want to point out, Jacob, Embark Studios, which is the creators of Arc Raiders, also did the finals.
Oh, okay, that would explain why it's been doing so good. Finals still works on Linux, Isaac.
Mhm.
So
I
if
had
that
it.
shows
So
anything,
they have a good track record.
they
So
have a good- they've been.
I played the finals. I don't know. It wasn't that fun when I played it.
I know people have fun with it. I remember I played it. It wasn't my thing as much, but it was fun. Like it was fun for a couple games. I just personally wasn't too into it. I know there's still people that still play it, but Arc Raiders looks fun. They have a good track record with Linux, so that means Isaac maybe can get it and then let us know.
Yeah.
yeah, the finals is currently sitting on gold status on ProtonDB. So yeah, that makes me more hopeful then.
I wonder if it's because of the Steam Deck and Steam support, like with the Steam OS. I wonder.
It's like how we talked about in previous podcasts. Now that the Steam Machine is going to be coming out here soon, and it might be a viable option for a lot of people. Developer teams might need to kind of lean towards Linux and making it more compatible for that.
If Microsoft keeps screwing up, yeah.
And that's only going to be good for the gamers. You know, if
Will
it
it
works
though?
on Linux. Yeah. It'll be good for the gamers.
I'll stay on Microsoft Windows.
He loves Microsoft.
If I bought a Steam Machine, guess what's going on that? Windows 11 Pro.
macOS.
Arch. Oh,
Tell me your Arch.
Kick him out.
Tim doesn't even use Linux.
I haven't in a while.
Linux. Tim's the
Not on my
Linux
personal
OG.
stuff.
well,
The Linux OG.
this is a good transition. So, since we're talking about technology and stuff, and Linux and all that, so there's a couple things that I wanted to ask you guys about. Since it is going to be December and big holidays coming up, did you guys have anything you would think to recommend as far as gift giving for in the technology side?
Some black hole.
Tim, do you have any ideas?
I don't know how to
You
react
sit next to
that.
him. Is he like affecting your brain?
I wasn't sure if you said black coal or a black hole.
Either or.
Here
is
you
fine.
go. Mass that's very dense.
He would.
Yeah, it's called this little card with a
gift
chip
card.
reader. Sometimes slide it. It's a gift card. Has cash on it. You know, those.
I'm gonna give you a Red Lobster gift card with $5 on
Hey,
it.
the new
Yeah, I'll use it.
well, not the new ones, but the first gen Meta glasses are 20% off right now.
Oh, those are pretty cool.
They are.
Isaac, your keyboard.
Oh, yeah.
bro.
That
Bring
keyboard
out the
is
keyboard.
sick.
He put it away, but
I've been like, so for the longest time, since I started using mechanical keyboards, I've always been a fan of the tactile ones where you have this little bump that you need to get past to press the key. Like I like that feeling. I've tried my first like linear, but like the smoothest, like silkiest,
You got to call it what it is. It's creamy.
creamiest linear keyboard that I've ever felt, and I'm in love. Like I'm gonna stick with that style going forward, and it just makes like Jacob was using it. He was like, I can see why like this would motivate me to like actually write more and code more and like just use it more because it just feels so satisfying and it sounds beautiful. Like
it's heaven.
Yeah,
It's like if you were to type on clouds, that's what it would feel like.
with little like thucky taps on the bottoms of the.
What?
It's like rain.
That's not what I heard.
So was that on discount? Would that be a good gift for somebody?
I think I saw that it was like 15% off right now on a Black Friday deal.
Basically,
I think it'd be one of those if you know somebody who types a lot, you know.
Although it is $150.
Just
so.
get him a typewriter.
Why?
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna write my code on pen and paper again, just like back in college days.
Tim, do you know anything about those days?
I actually did use a typewriter, not for anything I had to do, but it was for a job.
Just thinking, print hello world. My code's not running.
Like,
I don't have a computer.
I worked in this archive thing for the university that I was at school, and they had this old typewriter. You had to type on these index cards the stuff. I was like, okay, so we live in the digital age, and we're on a typewriter. So yes, I did
Hey,
use a typewriter.
Isaac. All right. I know he just bought a new keyboard. Give it 2 months. He might be back in the state like caveman days.
Your brain just shut off.
Do you want to
Yeah.
really? I know we're doing gift ideas, but Isaac, do you want to tell the viewers what you were telling me and George the other day about what you're wanting to do?
So this Christmas season, I'm going to be looking for dumb phones, and I think I've spotted the one I want.
It looks like a calculator.
What's
Tim's face just went. He's like, really?
So my current phone, I've dumbed down to a bit, like to a point, but it's still too capable and too. It's tying me to Google.
You're halfway to like wearing the monocle so that you can read.
What are you hiding from, Isaac?
It's not. No, it's
The
like
internet.
Check his hard drive.
there's just so much about what is going on in the tech industry that I just hate the concepts. I hate the ideas. I hate the trends. I hate AI.
Guess what? It's not gonna go away.
Which is why I am backing away from it.
It's
So
not going away, so he's
You
going
better
back
not buy a car anymore. Better not, like,
I'm
you
gonna
better not just do anything.
I'm gonna go get a bike next. That's my next thing.
40 years, we're going to see Isaac on a horse.
I'm gonna become Amish.
Oh no.
No, but yeah, I'm going to a dumb phone. I'm replacing like the individual
You
functions.
already have a dumb phone.
It's not. It's a fully functional
literally
Android
dumb.
phone.
It's so dumb, we banished it to the corner.
It does everything that a smartphone does. Now I'm just wanting it to text and call and add notes and do a calendar and alarms, and that's it.
To be fair, you are kind of right because it's not a dumb phone. It's just an inconvenient smartphone.
So Isaac,
is what it is.
what really brought this on? Like, you're a tech guy. You work in technology.
I dug too deep.
You like working on technology, building technology, and then all of a sudden it's like he went hermit crab.
So you're right. I like technology. I like using technology. I like building technology. Like building computers is one of my favorite things to do. But I hate whenever companies take control over many aspects of what your technology does without you telling it to. So that's why I use Linux. And I hate these big data center based, like cloud based things because your stuff is just out there and you don't own anything. So that's why I'm like slowly going to like self-hosting over time, just moving away from Google, moving away from. I've never been into social media, but I did delete Facebook. Moving just away from everything that just gives me the shivers down my spine just thinking about where it's going to go to and like this dystopian future. So I'm just separating now. I'm just like cutting off the
You're not probably
the
gonna
rope.
be around for that dystopian future.
Isaac's gonna become like a homesteader or something, where he's like just
Don't-
buy some land in the middle of nowhere.
I got 1 acre.
Hey, Isaac.
Hey, he survived. He can farm.
Hey, Isaac. I just
Yeah.
want you to know, no matter what, Big Brother is always watching you.
Well, I'm just gonna make sure they watch me with fewer things.
Doesn't matter. Big Brother.
Or Isaac's just gonna be Amish. Isaac's on his way to being Amish.
So anyway, gift ideas.
I
I'm gonna
was
get an
just
MP3 player.
I was just looking at Amazon. A perfect gift to give your young ones or whoever would be some AirPods, because right now they're at like $60.
How young? Question.
Yeah, I'm like,
Also, my
Give
theory.
my 2-year-old infant baby a
My theory, I don't know if we can go back a few episodes. My theory ended up being correct. So they had announced the AirPods Pros 3, AirPods Pro Series
Pros 3 to the Ultra Max.
Gen 3s. I don't know what they call them, but yeah. And
Beyond.
with that, they were like, if you get the Pro 3s, you can do the live translation. I was like, that's not going to be, there's no way that can be limited to the Gen 3.
It is.
It's not. I have them on mine. I have a Gen 2s.
I told you.
It came out with the new update, the iOS 26 update.
Oh,
That's
nice.
what it is. So I was like, I don't know why they were advertising it that way.
I told this guy that it wasn't just going to be limited to the
I was like,
AirPod
there's
3s.
no way it can't. There's no
Even though they
programming
they made it sound like it was going to be limited to those, but
no,
they could probably do it on every single one.
yeah,
I
it's
don't-
in the phone.
I think George is trying to gaslight me.
Like,
I don't think he. I thought I was making the argument, telling George that this doesn't make sense. They should all be capable of
No,
doing
look,
it.
now he's trying to gaslight
No,
me.
we're gonna have to pull back the footage. I'm
No,
pretty
this
sure-
was a personal conversation we had in private.
No, we can pull the podcast. George is trying to gaslight everybody here. All right, I think it was
I
like
started a
episode,
war.
I think it was like episode
There's
7
gonna
or
be
8
more
or
later.
6. Everyone go back, rewatch that one.
I'm pretty sure you said you thought it was only going to be limited to the pros.
Oh no, I was saying
You said that.
no.
And,
I was saying the way they're advertising it makes it look like it's going to be set to the
and
pros.
then I had told you
but I
it
was
would
saying-
be easy for them to implement
I
that
was
technology
saying-
and all the others.
No, I was saying that but based off the technology they already have, they should be able.
No, you
Why are
didn't.
we arguing this?
I don't know because he's trying to gaslight me.
No,
He
you
does this
said-
all the time.
No, this guy does it all the time.
No.
Where he's like, where you prove him wrong, and he's like, no, I actually said the right
No,
thing.
he every single.
Thank you.
Moving on.
Moving on.
AirPods.
AirPods
All
are a
right,
good.
next
gift.
gift.
AirPods.
Next gift idea.
Well,
A
don't
thir-
know.
oh,
A
I'm back
Kindle.
on. No, read a book with your hands.
Oh, we could get into.
Let's go
we'll
on
come
the
back
gift.
to that. We'll circle back to that.
Every
We'll circle
single
back
one
to
of these
that.
gift ideas is going to turn into another argument.
Oh,
Down
no, bring up the Kindle later. I have a strong opinion about that right now.
A Ring doorbell.
That's a
Those
good
are
gift.
always-
Yeah, they're actually on sale 50%
I
off.
saw the Blink 182s.
Hold on.
the band. Where'd you see him at?
No,
Was it good?
Are they still touring?
All the
I just
small things.
really want to love that we're doing this Christmas thing and we're selling, it's 50% off on Black Friday, which will be over by the time this episode comes out.
but they always hold their deals. Well, you still have Cyber,
Cyber
Monday,
Monday. This will
Monday.
come out on Cyber Monday.
but they hold their deals for a while still. I feel like
sometimes they're like so desperate where it's like Black Friday month. Just
exactly.
Dude,
I was gonna say Black Friday is like a whole week, now. I don't know
Especially
what you're
on
talking about.
Amazon, they will sell all their stuff for like 30% off. They're like, please buy our stuff. Amazon
overloaded
Basics,
the-
everything.
Honestly, I haven't looked at the computer market, but maybe buying some, like how Isaac did, some peripherals and maybe a monitor. I know a lot of monitors go on sale. Maybe PC parts, but I'm not too sure about that.
To say a little bit, I know we don't like this company, but
You could be talking about a lot of people.
Yeah, which one?
Which company?
back to Apple, the MacBook
I never disliked
Apple,
them.
the MacBook Air. There's like at least two people here. The Apple MacBook
That's
Air
almost majority.
M4 is currently on sale for like $700 for
That's a
16
good
gigabytes
pick.
of RAM, 256.
And then
storage.
also, even if you look at the pros, like some of them are like 10% off, which is
So,
like $100.
if you're gonna buy Apple MacBook, never buy it from Apple. Always buy it from like Amazon or Best Buy because
A
they do go
retailer.
on
Does
sale.
the framework have any sales?
probably not
I don't think so.
because they're
Oh, check.
stingy. They're stingy as hell.
But according to like Isaac, I mean, a little.
Just look at Amazon on this.
Do you
dude.
say you want to protect the oceans but want to charge it at premium?
Look, the ocean ain't gonna save itself.
Saving the earth ain't cheap.
be, but-
Speaking of that, if I let's say
You gonna go destroy the ocean?
no,
Speaking of that, actually reminded me to go throw some car batteries in there. For every framework somebody buys, I'm chucking plastic in the ocean to counteract it. Chucking my electronics in there.
I couldn't find any deals, so
exactly because they're stingy as hell.
Go get some. Would they be linear key switches?
key switches. So
Yeah.
if you have a keyboard that has hot swappable switches, some linear like pre-lubed key switches. Go for it.
Ooh,
I just want to say, Tim,
I love being
no
feeling-
company's ever going to want to work with us
There's a
because
lot
we
of-
just hate on everybody.
There's a lot of
unless
Black
they
Friday
pay a
deals.
premium. Like
Actually, I think there's like 3 of you that just hate on everybody for the most part.
It's just like, you'll know if we're sponsored if we never say something bad about them.
Well, I, mean, I think George overdid it too. He's like, I love Microsoft.
George
They're gonna look at him
oversells.
like,
Jacob just straight down. I hate. Isaac goes, I don't like Microsoft. I don't like technology. I don't like social
If you're
media.
a company, it better be about churning butter.
good times. Any other gifts?
Yeah.
Oh, the XM5s are $250 now.
Yeah, so they say Sony's, and I think the XM4s are even cheaper.
Which, yeah, I think I would have to search.
I'm
that
not
up.
naming the whole naming scheme.
Go to the XM5s. XM4s are good, but
Please.
the 5s are better.
For the love of everything, buy your parents or your grandparents a decent streaming device.
Go get them like a Roku, a
They're
Fire
on
Stick, or a
sale.
Google.
Don't go for the cheap stuff. They're cheap for a reason. Go get the Amazon Cube. Go get the what is
The
it?
Google Chromecast.
the Pros or the Ultras
Yes,
or the
they're on sale.
not the
Roku Ultras,
Expresses,
yeah.
not
They're
the
going they're going to perform a lot better. They're going to last longer, and you're not going to have to go over to your grandparents every other week and explain that your TV Fire Stick is just dying because I paid $2 for it.
or if they have a TV from the Stone Ages,
Oh my gosh.
like 10-year-old TV.
Dude.
You could get him another TV.
This person, like a TV from like 2012 or 2013, and they're wondering why Netflix is not working right. And then, not only that, they tell me that they had a Roku sitting in the box for 4 years, brand new, unused.
Man.
So
Alright.
I spent so long on the phone getting them working, and guess what? Problem solved.
So
Netflix is fine.
Going back to the XM4s, they're
That
actually
didn't trigger Isaac.
they're
PTSD.
they're at 160 right now, which normally on discount they're at 200. So it'd be those headphones are still premium for being 2 generations down. I would recommend that.
I have the Sony XM4s. They're really nice.
I have the XM5s, and I've heard both. Sound quality, I think the really major difference is going to be mine are lighter,
Yeah,
but mine are more like, I don't know the proper word. It's going to sound like a child, bigger, in the sense of like its carrying case isn't as compact because it can't
Yeah.
fold. And then my noise cancellation is like slightly better, but honestly, the XM4s, they're great. All right, you don't need if you might be able to go towards the XM6 if you really care, but
no, the
looking back,
XM4s is
I'd probably say I'd
Well,
rather get the XM4s.
Honestly, if you're just looking for some headphones, the XM4 is a good option. But if you're willing to pay a little better or a little more, you can always get the XM5s.
yeah. If noise cancellation is a big pet peeve of yours and you want it to be better, XM5, XM6.
the XM4s actually shocked me whenever I first tried them on at Walmart with the with like the what do you call it?
The active noise cancellation.
Yeah, but like I was just using the test, like the what do they call that?
The test set.
Yeah,
The like display set.
yeah,
or-
the display set.
Actually-
Yeah. I threw those on in a Walmart, and it just went like dead silent in the middle of a packed Walmart. I
Which
was like,
ones?
the XM4s.
Oh,
I was like, that's crazy. And so, like, from that moment, I was like,
Which-
the next week I went and bought a pair. It was,
Speaking
like,
of other
awesome.
headphones, Bose, their quiet comfort headphones are $200.
Yeah, those are
which
good
I heard
ones,
those
too.
are really good and
I know
good
when
quality.
people compare the Sonys and the Bose, they say they're pretty neck and neck.
I
all
think
the
the
time.
XM4s, I think when I tried both, I liked the XM4s a little bit more. But
And
they were more expensive.
I kind of want to take a step back again to the streaming stuff now that Isaac's cooled down. So if you want to get the Amazon Cube, it's $89.99, dropping down from $140, which is a pretty good deal.
Like I said, that's going to last you
For
way longer than a Fire Stick.
and
will.
it'll keep your TV alive. You would be able to use your TV for a while after.
I prefer Roku or Google.
So
Chromecast.
even Roku, their high end Roku is at $68.99, dropping down from $100.
So yeah, just spend an extra dime
Yeah, the Roku Ultra. That's
for
what
your
I-
parents. All right, they birthed you, they raised
Yeah.
you. Spend $70 on a streaming stick for them.
Whenever my mom finally decided to cut Dish, I did get her the on like the 4K, like not the ultimate like high end one, but like the middle option, because the TV that we have is not really the best, not the biggest. But yeah, it's still lasting like this long. It's been years, and it's still just fine. The remote broke, but you can always find replacements really cheap. But
And also, if you really like Google, their high-end streaming devices at 74, dropping down from 100.
Also, be careful if you're on Amazon. Sometimes they'll have like the refurbished ones or like the older models, like the 2023 version of these. You can get them, but just keep in mind that they're already a few years old. And they're gonna behave as such, or the technology's just not gonna be up to par with what we have now.
But yeah, I think just buying one of those streaming devices would be like a really good gift for anybody. Because
TV's a big thing now.
normal TVs with their streaming or like with their our smart TV functionalities are really slow out of the box. I feel like.
I was just looking at the Sony Bravias and the systems they have in there. I didn't do a deep dive in them yet, but there was a Sony Bravia 8X or something like that, I think is what it was called. I was at Best Buy the other day, and it was like an 80-inch TV or something like that. It's like $2,000 or something, but dude, the computer in there is pretty good, and then also, oh yeah. Sony TVs are really nice.
And their sound systems too.
So one thing I've learned
Combined with
regarding
that.
TVs though is sometimes expensive doesn't necessarily mean the best computer.
You're also
hardware.
buying the name, though.
But Sony holds up.
Yeah,
like
Sony
LG.
holds up.
there are some, but I've noticed like at least in some areas, like even OLEDs that are like on the cheaper end.
And it was an
It's
OLED.
like majority of the money is on the screen,
Yeah.
not the actual hardware. So it may look pretty, but your stuff still may be slow just because they decided to cheap out on that
But
stuff, and you can just get an Amazon Fire
going
Stick.
back to that, if you even in the future, if you upgrade your TV, the Fire Stick's all plug and play. So if you don't like
Yeah.
the software that's already on the TV, just plug in your Fire Stick or your Cube or your Roku or your Google.
It's
It's gonna run perfectly fine.
Avoid Fire Sticks.
Boy Fire Sticks, the little Roku sticks.
Or
Just spending extra money.
well,
all
now
right?
during the time when it's discounted, spend the extra money, get the most high end Cube, the Ultra, the
or at least the middle option.
yeah, spend some money.
Let's go back to the Kindle op thing now. Let's dish this
Oh,
out,
he-
and we'll finish this podcast out on
Personally,
this topic.
I've barely started getting into books, getting into books.
He started off with green eggs and ham. We started him off slow.
Exactly. I went to Charlotte's Web after that.
Then the
That was
BFG.
quite a jump
Immediately
for him.
to,
He got a little scared
The Art of War, Sun
until he
Tzu.
realized the spider was nice.
green eggs and ham. Charlotte's Web.
He was
Art of
crying
War.
at
The
the
Mama
end.
Llama Red Pajama.
Did you enjoy that one?
Yes,
Walk
I
it
did.
in my pocket.
I think that's a song.
It's on his Goodreads.
No, but my thing with Kindles is, I feel like
Calm down with the microphone for a second.
when I'm talking when I was talking to Jacob, I told him, I'm like, when I'm reading, I find myself to be like at peace. I really found my equilibrium.
What are we talking about?
I'm sitting here like, I didn't know this was the direction we were
Did
going.
you start a new diet or something?
Because he got deep.
George over here. And now I'm the Buddha.
Because I read
Like
I read Green Eggs and Ham.
I read Fourth Wing, and now I can.
no.
And the philosophy that I took from Green Eggs and Ham was inner peace. And it just made me open my mind. I could sense your aura and your chakra.
Okay, continue,
I think you need
George.
more
Okay.
eggs that are
Let
green.
him finish his thought
Okay.
here. He's got his equilibrium, so he's balanced.
Okay.
No, but like in an age that my brain has been rotted with
Triple doom
short-
scrolling.
short form media, reading a book just makes me feel at peace, and it just allows me to not think about social media or like want to be on my phone or I need to be on a screen. I do think a Kindle would be a good gift, but I feel like it just takes away from the point of trying to get away from a screen. And I know that they do have those
The e-ink
the
displays.
e-ink, but it's still I'd rather have like a actual book, flip the pages and all that.
Here's my argument with the Kindles, at least in this aspect of it. I do like the fact that the media is digital, so it's not like a waste of physical resources. So it's a little bit cheaper too.
Mm-hmm.
But where I have an issue with it is it's hard to stay focused when I am holding a tablet or my phone because everything's coming up. So yeah, I kind of agree. Like, you know,
go schizo on you guys. So let me just say something about the Amazon Kindle. Great. I think it's a great idea.
Why can't Josh
Let
finish
Josh
his thought?
finish his thought before
no, I'm
you cut
curious
him
now.
off.
No, I'm curious now. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go a little schizo on you. Just a little brief thing. My one problem with e-books and more specific content held by Amazon is if you own a copy of a book that's yours, you have that physical media.
You don't own the book.
You don't own the book, and if they ever wanted to change anything in the book, would you even know? That's my little schizophrenic rant about Amazon holding ebooks, and if you have a Kindle.
Well, that's
But
why.
go
Well, what
if
I would
someone
like to
comes
do.
into your house and just takes your book away?
Fahrenheit 451.
Well,
Let's go, Josh.
I was gonna say what I would do then, like, you know, if you want to just read books on Kindle or do like some kind of plan where you like can get a bunch of these books for pretty cheap,
Mm-hmm.
and that way you can just read them if you like them, then I would buy the physical copies, the ones that you want to keep and want to have long term. But to get more
Variety.
variety of media, like you can read many different books, and even if you don't like them or you don't
You don't have to own it. You don't have to have it in your bookshelf.
and they're not as expensive. If you go buy a hardcover book, you're looking at like, depending on what book it is, it could be anywhere from like $30 to $50 to
Mhm.
I think the Lord of the Rings copies are $80. If you wanted a hardcover like full like set, it could be 100. I know the Harry Potter set is like for the hardcover full. It was like $170.
But that you don't have to get the hardcover though.
Well, no, but even the soft cover, you're looking at like $20-$30 for the high, like the higher rated books.
Mm-hmm.
On Kindle, you're gonna pay $5-$10.
I can see how Kindle is cool for people and they don't have to have physical copies. But personally, for me, when I want to read, I want to get away from my phone. I want to get away from like any screen time. I don't have to stress my eyes. I can just sit down with the lights dim and just read.
How do you read if it's really dim?
I look at the words in my mind. I process it. What is this guy looking like? Close that mouth before.
What?
For what? So I'm looking at the Kindles, and I'm looking at the options they have, and I want to get your opinion, Isaac.
Okay.
You can buy lock screen ad-supported for $80.
Dystopian future.
Or you can buy one without lock screen ads and spend an extra $20.
Lock screen ads,
Yeah.
You can pay $20 to
and
get
you have
them
a
removed.
billboard.
There was a line in Ready Player One, but was where the corporate guy was like, "We can increase the number of advertisements on the screen by like 70% before we start inducing seizures."
Yeah. I remember.
That's Amazon right now.
Just further justifying my point on why just getting the actual book makes more sense.
Well, there's a Kindle app on your phone too.
No, George, if it was Microsoft doing it, you'd be fine with it.
Well,
Obviously.
And going back into George's point is the one benefit of the Kindle is it is an e-ink display. So when you're looking at your phone, you're getting that blue light in your eyes.
Not all Kindles are e-ink.
Well, the cheaper ones are.
Yeah.
You can get the high, but if you're getting like a Kindle for reading, those are e-ink.
Mm.
And so that would be more like what you'd be getting. But like on your phone and even like my tablet, like I can get the Kindle app and read on it, but this is a bright screen.
It's gonna cause eye strain.
Eye strain.
And like sometimes if it's a good book, I'm gonna be reading it for a couple hours, and just having a screen in my face for 3 hours would not.
Lets him get through 2 pages.
Exactly.
1 hour a page. And he's
Look,
not like
you're
I have to
just
sound
on
out
one
every
right now, aren't you?
what?
You're just on one right now. Any chance to?
Because he tried to gaslight me earlier.
Because I'm right.
Anyways, we're not going on to that. Tim, what's your opinion?
On what?
Kindles.
I don't have one.
Why?
Would you get one?
No.
Do you want me to just go ahead and start the argument now? How do you feel about audiobooks?
I don't mind.
Oh no
audio.
no no no
I
no
don't
no!
mind audio.
Let's go ahead and bring up the scenario that just happened right now. Josh came up and he was like, "Well, I've read a lot of books this year." And Jacob was like, "You listened to someone read it to you, so you didn't read it." But the thing we were talking about was Josh came up to us and said that he read them, but in reality, he listened to an audiobook. So now he's making.
He has read some books.
I do a mix. I like
But he mixed into his whole I've read a lot of books.
because you can't.
But-
Again,
Yes,
I'm
you
not
can
gonna
totally differentiate it. I've read
Yeah,
a
but
lot
if-
of books and I've listened
Yeah,
to
but
a
if
lot
somebody
of books.
asks me, I'm not going to be like, "Oh, I read this."
No,
and I
you
listened
can
to this.
say you
I've read these.
because that's a lot of time and effort to put into reading a book that someone might be impressed with. Oh, you actually spent the time to read that book? Oh, no, I listened to it. Oh, that means you listened to it while you were driving,
Working out, or- yeah.
whatever. You didn't just sit there on your couch and listen.
Dude, Red Rising while you're working out, especially if you have the dramatized audio, that will.
And the
definitely
argument
get-
that we're
Can I-
trying
can
to wait, the argument we're trying to make is
You'll
if
get a
you
good
listen to an
workout in.
audiobook, you're not reading it.
It does not count as reading.
I'm just going to say this. I think if you listen to an audiobook, that's fine. I'm not going to say... I do agree. You didn't read the book. You listened to the book.
Yeah.
There is a difference. But it's still fine.
But you
got
can't
the
come
story.
up to me and
not
tell me
hating
that
on
you read it.
the listening to the
No,
book.
I support.
You just can't say you read it.
Just go listen to the book. If that's how you like to consume books,
Yeah.
go be... Yeah, you just didn't read it. You
Just
listened to
don't tell me you read it.
it. I don't think you did. Sorry. I don't think you did either if you listen to a dramatized version of it. Because they cut out a lot of it and just have actors read dialogue.
It's true. It's true. It's not the real full book.
That's like if you
And they're usually shorter than the real book because they did cut a lot of the
they
stuff
cut out
out.
all the extra.
Purely purist opinion,
scenery.
but okay.
That's like if I watched The Martian and said I read the book.
Yeah, that's like
Or you could do what I did and do both.
no, but you cannot listen
Or
to
did you do all
the
three? Did you
dramatized
watch
version.
All three. I
Listen
watched,
and
listened,
read.
and read the book.
I don't think you could say you did the You can't say you read a book if you listen to the dramatized version of the book because you didn't read nor listen to the actual book. You got like a abridged version of it.
But
You didn't,
in conclusion, listening to a book is not reading it.
but it's fine to listen.
It is-
Now let's
Is it
hear
though?
let's hear the other side of this
Yeah,
argument,
let's-
which is the only one here who has this opinion. By the way, because I'm agreeing with these guys. Listening to a book is not reading it. There's different functions and different types
Now,
of effort that go into reading.
I did see a study or something that's saying that like your brain still activates the same. Like when it comes to consuming the knowledge, like there's no difference in that. Well, your brain doesn't consume any knowledge.
He's still on it.
No, but like I don't know. It could be a lie. I could be BSing, but from what I saw, so this is, you can go double fact check me. I could be wrong. That reading and listening, your brain still acts the same way when it's gathering the knowledge. There's no difference in how it reacts, but there is a difference in, and I'm going to go more on the dictionary term of reading compared to listening. So there's a difference on how you actually consume the content. Now go on, Josh.
So let's see Josh's.
I'm completely outnumbered here. No, I don't get it. It's like if whether you read it or listen to it, it's the same concept. You're getting the same media, word for word. And dramatize, like, yeah, I'll say that. Dramatize or abridge. But again, do both. Like I said, for Red Rising, I have the physical copy, but then I read the dramatized one because they added just music.
Oh,
sound
he said it
effects and all
again.
He read it. He
He
read
said
the
it.
dramatized.
You pulled up the transcripts and you read the dialogue. Like, oh.
that. Yes, it's called The Book in Front of You. And
No.
they're very similar.
Not.
He said he read the dramatized.
That means you
Listen.
had the script on hand and you were sitting there reading it.
Screenplay is right there.
That's like if you pulled up like a script for a movie and read.
So like when you go watch a play about a book, do you say, "Wow, I enjoyed listening to the dramatized version of that book. I read that book now because I watched the play." That was based on. When you go watch Wicked, are you gonna say, "I read the book now"?
But that's like a direct representation of the source material, though. Like, not Wicked, but like even the dramatized audio. It's not like a movie where they're going to be like, well, we're going to cut this part out. We're going to cut like whole scenes. It's like you're getting a 25-hour full-on like audio drama, and they just cut out the little things like he said, she
Guys,
said,
when I
she
listen to a
said.
summary of what a book is about, I'm gonna then claim I read that book because I got the same
I
knowledge.
personally
No, you
think
didn't. That is not at all what I just said.
that is
You
kind of what you
complete.
said.
That is not what I said.
That is kind of.
How is that anything?
I'm gonna ask AI.
He's gaslighting
I'm
now.
gonna ask AI to summarize it. I'm gonna say you read that book.
AI can't summarize, by the way. That's a law.
I'm just like, yeah, I watched a YouTube video. It's like 40 minutes, so like cut the book time at least by 12 hours. Basically went over the whole story. I read the book. All right, I don't know what you're talking about. Ask me any question. I read it.
Personally, I think you gain more value from reading the book than listening to it.
How?
You gain like
It's the same words.
you gain grammar
Actually,
skill. You
yeah.
improve your words per minute when reading a book. I feel like when you read a book, you remember a lot of the stuff and a lot
Okay.
of the wording.
And I read the book still, but I can get through.
Okay, but like you can say, if you read the book, we're not arguing. You can't say you read the book. You read the book. You can't only listen to a dramatized version of a book
say
and say, I read the book. Did you read Fourth Ring?
Not all of it. Like,
Did you
basically,
listen?
I listened to
Did
the
you
audio.
listen to the audiobook or the
Wait,
dramatized
you told me
version?
audio.
you read The Fourth Wing. You lied.
Because he listened to it.
You lied
I
to
listened
me.
to
You
Two Fourth
lied.
Wing. I'm not gonna buy that book.
So, okay. Hey, I'm going to try to give an example and see if I can get through Josh with this. There's a kid. Let's say he's like going into school, like a 5-year-old, something like that. What age do you go into kindergarten or something? It's like 5 or 6. So they're just about to enter kindergarten.
George 7.
So
It was actually 4 for me.
No, you were like 6, dog.
besides the point,
No, yeah, you were younger.
Yeah.
so this kid goes to their parents, and the kid is asking for a story. Okay, so the parents tell the kid the story using all the words that the kid understands, grasps the full knowledge of the story that they're telling him. You know, the dragons,
The concept
or
and all that.
everything is retained from the telling of this story. The kid remembers it, can like recall the details. It's there. The knowledge is there. Now, same kid is then given a written transcript of this story. Like, you know, it's the written version of this story, just as the parents said. He has no idea what anything says because he can't read. So
He
what
did
I'm
not
trying
read the book.
what I'm trying to illustrate is the reading part is what we're arguing, is that you literally, like, there's a very literal definition of what reading is that has a different set of skills of being able to to recognize what these symbols mean, what sounds they make, and like how they come together to form the words.
You're talking literacy versus comprehension.
Yes.
Okay.
But you can't. No, what I'm saying is, you can't go around saying I read this book and you didn't read it. You listened to the audiobook.
So you
But
comprehended
your
the
argument
book.
in this one
You
is
didn't
like,
read the
I
book or
can't
literacy.
read. It's like, I can
Can't
read.
read.
I just can't
No,
read
we're
at
not.
like 24
we're not
hours
arguing
a
that
day.
you can't read. We're arguing that what the action you have performed is not literal reading.
Semantics.
Hey, let me just go a bit on the history side of things.
Grammar.
Back in the day, reading wasn't a skill.
Back in the day, they worked in the farm for
Hey,
18
no,
hours
no.
a day, and then
reading
they came home and
wasn't a
threw
skill.
rocks.
There's only a select people who knew and had the ability to read.
And so then they
they would
orally gave the
Now-
story.
I'm just going to go into it. There's a period of time when people used the Bible to control another group of people who didn't know how to read, or because they didn't teach them, and it wasn't very common, and they read the wrong part, or misrepresented it, or said things that weren't even there.
Okay.
And now you're affecting because you didn't read it.
I didn't go to the street corner and be like, explain the story of Red Rising to
Could this
me.
possibly be
I
part
went
of a South Park episode?
I'm just
I went to a produced
I'm just
version.
saying, at the end of the day, would you say the person who listened to the other person mistakenly tell them the book and say, well, you read the book? No, you say, well, you listened to somebody tell you, but it was wrong. You should go read it yourself.
That's such a weird. It's the same. Okay, it's not like
No, it's not the same. We had this whole argument.
I know you're having this whole argument, but like if I wanted to read the physical copy, I could.
You could.
Yeah,
and
then
then
you'd
once
be-
you've read
but-
it, you've read the
and
book.
then you would be reading the action of reading.
You just can't go around saying, "Oh yeah, I read this
See,
book,"
that's
and
why
you actually didn't.
You
just
lied
listened
to
to
me
the
when you
audio.
told me you read Fourth Wing when you listened to the audiobook. You lied to I took that
exact-
internally as a lie and you cheated me.
George is all. I've done a lot of audiobooks.
Hey, George, you're
plague
going to be
is-
surprised. He hasn't read a single Star Wars book.
Actually, I have. That's not true.
He has read like 2 or 3. The rest have been audiobooks.
There's
Ooh,
like
now I'm questioning.
20 that I've.
Yeah, I'm questioning all the times you told me you read a book.
So you guys are the argument that audiobooks just aren't accurate at all.
no.
No, that's not what I'm
that's
saying.
not the
So what-
argument.
I'm just saying you can't
So,
say
okay,
You can't
read
say
it.
you
Okay.
read it.
Let's clearly set what we're comprehending.
But-
Josh is saying that what he has done is the same, like he has gained the same information
Story,
that you would
knowledge,
have
whatever.
if you would have read. But what they're saying is literally, physically, what you have done is not the reading part. You have attained the information through a different form, through a different action.
spreading-
Yeah,
that
but now they're
wasn't
sitting here saying that
reading.
like I haven't read these books. I'm like I have.
No, you have not.
You haven't read it. You listened to it.
What does that matter? It's the same thing.
No, they're
It's
different
not.
words.
They're not different words. You're on a completely different argument right
different
now.
words. They have different.
Well, I
You're
think-
saying the audiobooks
I
are nothing
think-
like the actual
No,
physical
I
copy.
How do you know?
Like if I'm going to read Heir to the Empire, it's going to be
How
completely
you know?
different.
Hey, technically, to a sense, would you consider it a first-party source if you didn't read it or somebody told you about it or like read it to you, even though you didn't actually look at the
No.
material?
That's a secondary.
So you had a secondary source of it.
A primary source would be I go look at the material.
Just so you know,
and I'm
Jacob,
reading that
the
material.
Hobbit versions are complete. I've been re-edited multiple times.
Yeah, so that's why I'm going to go find an old copy and read it and say, I've read the original.
The original copies are rare.
But in the same
But that's not
sense,
the argument.
when you read a book, you could still say, well, I read this version
I read
of The
this
Hobbit.
version, and I
or
read this
I
version.
read the 1818 text
Or
of Mary
if you
Shelley's
listen to
Frankenstein.
an audiobook, you say, I've listened to this version of the book.
Yeah, I listened to this
I listened
book,
to it.
but I did not read it.
Okay, so Josh,
I got a second.
There-
We have the
Source.
exact same
like let's say,
comprehension.
like
Okay,
I
Josh.
said, wait, let me say my opinion really quick. I feel like, let's say if I gave you an audiobook and I gave Jacob the actual book, I feel like Jacob would have a better understanding of the book than you did.
I don't think so.
No,
Not at all.
no, I don't agree with that part. I think they'll get the same material, the same story, and everything. But my argument is Josh can't go say he read it, he listened to it. Jacob can say he read the book.
I think Jacob would comprehend the book more than Josh.
Yeah, 'cause
I don't
it took
think
me twice as long to read it because I'm a little slow and I had to
Well,
comprehend
there's
each
that
individual
argument.
word.
My first time listening, I did Project Hail Mary. I listened to it. His first time, he read it. But I guarantee I comprehended more because
he read it like 3 times.
He listened to it 3 times.
and I got the book.
Have you read the book?
Yes.
Okay.
So here he did make a distinction. He listened to it. He read it.
Yeah.
So you can't go around saying
Question,
It's
question though.
exactly
Like that
the same.
Question:
No.
when you went back and reread the novel, like, just curious, would you say there was a difference on the
No.
way you took it? See,
I think there is.
I've had
Absolutely
differences. Like, I'll listen to an audiobook and then I'll go read the book and I'll catch on things.
there's things. Yeah,
That I'll be like-
I would say there's things that you'll pick up on. I think doing both, having
get,
a
like,
mix of
you'll
both, is
get-
good because you're gonna hear some things that you're gonna pick up on, and then when you're reading, you're gonna pick up some other things.
I think
So I think doing both is good. It's just you can't say you read it if you just listen to the audiobook.
hmm I just, like I said, it goes back to my original statement. I feel like there's more value in reading than listening.
and then I would make the argument in yes, your words per minute are like if you're reading that would actually improve that.
And your grammar, your
And your-
vocabulary.
Yeah, but if you're listening to it, you're not going to get that.
See, but
same
that's the thing is
stuff.
I'm getting all that same stuff you're talking about. Plus, I'm getting more media in because I get to like listen to other books
Yeah,
during the day
but
when I'm working or doing things.
you still
And then
But you
at
can't
night,
say
I
you
can
read
sit
it.
and read.
Because when you
you
come to
can't
me
say
and
that.
say,
That's the
"Yeah, I
thing.
read these books,"
That's
this,
the
this,
other
this,
thing
this.
about reading that I say is that that's another piece to this argument is that reading takes a different effort. You actually have to dedicate time and effort to read.
it's hard
whereas-
to read and do something at the
whereas
same time.
You can listen to a book while
Doing
working,
chores.
depending on your job, doing chores, driving, other things like that. You can easily do that. You don't just sit down and just sit there in your chair and listen.
No.
If I'm going to sit down and I have nothing else to do, then I will read the copy. But if I've got
So
things
then,
to
see,
do-
the effort is different. So
It's
that's what
not.
I'm saying. Is the yes? If you're gonna do that, you're gonna just read it.
it
then.
takes away from my effort doing
I
other
think,
things.
I feel
but I
like
can
Josh
still
is rage baiting,
comprehend.
yeah. I feel
That's
like Josh is
that's
rage
not the
baiting.
argument. Is not the comprehension. The argument is you
The
can't
action.
I
say.
think comprehension is more important than the action.
But that's not what we're arguing. You can't go around saying I read this book when you did not actually physically
I know
read
this
the
book word for word the
Okay.
same way that
The
if you were to
action-
read.
No,
But you didn't
but
read
you
it.
didn't read it. The reading is an action. It's
I've
a
been
verb.
lied to. I've been
Because
lied
like
to.
if I came to you and been like, "Hey, if I read the Fourth Wing, if I told you, hey, do you remember what happened on page 367?"
I think George is in a wrong area.
Like, you guys are in the
no,
wrong area.
let
You
me-
guys are all in
no.
different aspects.
I know.
You're saying
I know what
audiobooks
Tim
are
is saying.
completely
I know
different
what
than
Tim is
physical
saying.
copies.
No, I'm just
the
saying.
action
You never
of
know.
reading
You're
is
trusting
different
Amazon.
from the action of listening a book.
This goes back to my schizophrenic. You're trusting Amazon to give you proper advice. But let me just okay. My thing though, and I agree with Tim. Reading is a verb. It is an action that you are doing. And if you say I have read, it's an adverb, correct? Because it's a
No,
No,
that's
it's
just a
I've
verb.
read it.
It's still a verb.
Still a verb.
it's an action
tense of a
stating
verb.
it's a past tense of a verb saying that you did the action of reading, which I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up.
And
The
again-
definition is to examine and grasp the meaning of written or printed characters, words, or sentences. Meaning you looked at a sentence,
That was printed
you-
onto a page.
you read it, you comprehend it, and you understand the meaning of it. That's the action of reading, and that's the past tense action of a read. What you're doing is you're listening to the book. Different verb.
So
So when you tell somebody, "Oh, I listened to the book," then they'll be like, "Oh, so you audiobook it."
And you guys are all being picky about it because we all talk about these books, but it's like, if somebody comes up to me and is like, "Hey, have you read Fourth Wing?"
you can't say yes.
Yes, I can.
No, you
No, you
can't.
can't.
Yes, I can.
I just said
Someone random just says, "Have you read it?" It's like, yeah,
no.
I know.
Then you're
Then
actually
you're lying to them.
actively lying to
Let
them
me let me
because
clarify this.
you did not do the verb.
Who's gonna say? I was like, I listened to it.
Let
What does
me-
that matter?
Let me clarify this with a totally different example. There's a target right there on the like top part of the wall.
No, there's not.
There's a target.
No, it's because I will
Use
look at you
proof.
differently from reading to listening.
Okay, so
Exactly. What does it matter? I know the book probably better than you do.
there's a target. It's right there. So what
But his
they're
reading skills are better
what
than
they're
yours.
arguing
No, they're not.
is if I were going to get a paper ball and then just throw it at the target, I can say I have thrown at that target. And then someone else comes along and gets a Nerf gun and shoots the target. You're arguing that's the same thing.
You hit the target. If the
No,
argument is
so-
can you hit
there it
the
is.
target?
Okay,
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah.
In this case,
So,
reading is.
I have thrown at the target, achieving the same result of hitting the target. I have shots at the target. I have hit the target too.
Different
Yeah,
verb,
that is
different
not-
Different verb,
Different way.
different
This is
set of
not
skills.
Require.
we both
I
hit
suck
the
at
target.
throwing, but I am good at shooting a Nerf gun. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, you may. hey, you may be good at listening, but you could suck at reading. He may be bad listener, but he could be a great
Same
reader.
target, same hitting the
Exactly.
target.
You guys still got
it
the
was
same
done
book?
through a
got the
different
first
set
one.
of skills. Okay, Josh, it's not
Okay.
the same thing.
It is.
No, we just.
He's rage baiting. He's rage.
It is
baiting
very
them.
much the same thing, really.
Okay.
You just can't say. So,
This is why he doesn't have literacy
all right.
skills.
What are you
Question.
talking about? I have way better literacy skills than
Question.
you do.
Question. Have you read Heir to the Empire?
Yes.
Now, when I say read,
Yes, I read
You
Heir to
opened
the
the book.
Empire.
You read out of the book.
you read the book.
Yes.
Have you listened to the audiobook of it?
No, I went straight to
Okay, so
the second
you
one.
did read. Oh, but you listened to the second one?
Yeah, I listened to the second one and third
Did
one.
you read the second one?
No.
Now we have our distinction,
yeah,
all
that's
right?
the distinction.
So,
Well, I didn't physically read it.
So if
that's
I
what
came-
you
if I
wanna
came
get
up
into.
to you-
physically read the second book. You listen. You physically
So if I came
listen.
up
to
But when
it.
I went into the second one, I was like, well, I knew what happened the first one, and
so,
the story continues.
so in his mind, he still considers he read the
So
second.
if I came up to you and I'm like, "Have you read the second book?" You would say yes.
Yeah, I would just say, yeah.
Oh
I read the
my
second one.
okay, let me just put it this way. All right, back to a Victorian
lies.
child. Back to a Victorian child.
I don't understand why you guys are trying to argue
Let's
this.
say a child, right, never learned how to read. They just physically, you
Okay.
never taught this child how to
Okay.
read. But you tell them all these stories, and they could remember every single story, and they know how to speak. They understand word comprehension to listening. They don't know what it looks like on a piece of paper. All right, but they know all these stories.
We've lost all our viewers.
Yeah, probably. Would you say that child has read every single one of those books?
No.
No,
That's
but-
my argument. Is you
No.
haven't read. You listened.
Josh's whole goal is deception. He wants you to think that he read it, but he hasn't.
I don't
what I'm
understand.
saying.
Where are you
Is
coming
it
at me like, you don't
I've
know
read
the story? It's like,
300
I
books.
have.
No, I'm not
And
saying
I have
my
listened to
argument
200
about
of
the
them.
Victorian child wasn't that he didn't understand the story. He knew the story. He could recite you the same story.
I would argue if the person
But
read
he's
it to
never
them word for
read
word, I would say, yeah, then he's read the book.
No,
No,
they have
but
But
not.
he hasn't.
But he can't read. If you showed
Somebody else
if
read
you
it
showed
to
him that same book, he would literally look at it and be like, "No
Josh,
idea what this is."
I wouldn't
Josh,
care. He knows the story. He's
how
read
can you read the book when you yourself cannot read?
it because it was
No,
given to you.
no.
What are you gonna say to that blind person that like sits there and
So
only
you're
do
saying?
audiobooks?
Are you
You're
saying?
gonna say they can't read?
Are you
They can-
saying?
they can read
Hey,
braille?
they
guys
read
are being
Braille.
yeah,
really-
they can read
braille.
They make books in braille.
Is that reading?
Yes. That is a physical representation.
And listening is physical as well.
But listening is different from actual reading.
Okay,
It's
fine.
all about comprehension. Can you understand the story, even like, word for word?
But once again, what if you don't have anybody to read it to you? Then what?
Audible.
What if Audible goes away?
Then you go get
EMP.
the book. The problem is I'm not living in a world where an EMT hit. An EMP.
EMT.
Long story short,
I have Audible as a resource. I'm going to use it.
And I'm just going to say, once again, I'm not bashing on the Audible.
No.
I'm not.
It kinda sounds
I'm
like you are,
I'm not
though.
looking at you
No.
and saying you're stupid, dumb, and you don't know how to comprehend stories. That was never a part of the argument.
We're just saying if I come up
George
to you,
might have, but I know you understand Red Rising, Fourth Wing. You understand the story. I'm not denying that, and I'm sure you took some story. Like I said, you're listening to it, you're getting the same message. My thing though is there's a verb attached to the actual
You
action
can't
that
say you
requires
read it.
gaining that knowledge, and the action of reading is actively looking at the words and thinking in your brain what those symbols on the page mean and what is the meaning of that.
To examine and grasp the meaning.
Is he stupid? Once again, he doesn't know how to read. All right, he's looking at the
Right there.
yes.
To examine and grasp the meaning of. Is
how do you
the definition
examine
of
things?
That's where I was
either
going to go.
listening or visually.
wait. Look up
closes
examine.
his eyes.
Look up
Okay.
examine.
We're gonna have this.
No, when he listens to audiobook, he closes his eyes and examines his thoughts and visualizes everything.
To observe carefully or critically inspect.
To observe.
Search up inspect now.
Now we got to look
No,
up observe.
observe.
How do you observe something?
or inspect.
Josh,
I'm not to win this.
reading is visual.
Reading is the comprehension
No,
of.
it's not.
Reading is visual.
It can be the comprehension
No.
of.
Josh,
So-
reading is visual.
There's different definitions. You could say to be or become aware of, especially through careful and directed attention, to watch attentively, to make a systematic or scientific
So how do you
observation
watch?
of.
What
That's
do you
the
use?
second. What does the first one say?
To be or become aware,
Aware of.
especially through careful and direct attention.
So if I'm
But are you
But you're not
carefully-
carefully listening. You're working, you're driving. I think you better be more careful on your driving.
Once again, I'm not saying you're not comprehending.
No, that's not
But
what we're
we
saying.
just went down the rabbit hole of the definition of to read, and
No, but
audiobooks
but
fall
hey,
in that
just
category.
Here, you just said ignore the second one. Well, guess what? The second
Well,
one
no,
that you used,
it's not
it was the
ignore
second,
one. It's also observe the first one, which is just to become aware of,
No,
which
that's
is
not.
to observe. Which
I
we
think
gotta go back
To be or become
I think
aware
we
of.
just gotta lead this down to the audience and have them.
Once
do
again,
that.
audience.
I'm
Our
not saying-
audiobook. Do they count as you could say you've read it?
No.
No.
Or did you listen to it and reading is a different action?
So if you
With
listen
different
to an
skill set.
audiobook and I come up to you and ask you, have you read this book? You're gonna tell me you listened to it, but not read it.
Nobody's gonna do that. They're gonna say, "Yeah, I've read the book."
well, then everybody's a liar.
Yeah.
And this is why humanity is
Then-
all going to die.
Now anytime you tell you
Then
tell me you
I
read a
can't
book,
trust
I'm like,
anyone.
Yeah.
no,
Big Brother's always watching. Can't trust anybody. 1984 reference.
Can't trust anyone.
All right.
Maybe it is good that I'm going back to just physical, like non-digital.
Isaac, you don't read.
we just gotta go back to the Stone Age.
What is George doing?
I don't know. I think he's about done.
Once again, no hate to anybody who listens. But you didn't read, you listened. There's a different action. There's a different skill that involves reading and listening and comprehensively. And that's my argument. Is
And
the
my argument-
difference is the way you comprehend,
Okay, I have a good. I have
Still
a,
the same,
I have a good
but
one.
different skill set necessary.
Let's say I.
No, we're gonna-
no. One
I
more,
think
one
how
more.
you are just
You're-
kind of
yeah.
One more.
you're on the
okay,
ignore.
so if I watch the whole gameplay of the Rad Brad playing Dead Space, I can then say I played the game.
There's not that much skill goes into it. You can say you've seen you understand the story,
So he understands it if it's another form of content.
but playing a game is different because
Oh, what? Wait, but
But he can then like if you asked him anything about that game,
I know
he could
it.
then say,
He-
"Oh,
he-
yeah,
there's
I
different
remember this
skill
part happened
levels
today."
he did not play the primary source.
Josh, there's different skill levels to reading.
well, yeah, and
What
if you-
grade
that's
level
where
do
the
you read at?
comprehension. Yeah, well, that's where comprehension comes into play. You can read.
That's where the skill in
Frankenstein,
playing
So,
comes
but if you
in.
don't understand
if I
what
watch-
happened, then what's
if
the
I
point?
watch-
Back to the Victorian child.
If I watch a speed run of Elden Ring, I can then say I've speed run Elden Ring.
And by that argument, you need to be like, well, yeah, I understood what happened whenever Fourth Wing. You can't say you read or listened to. It's do you know what happened?
I thought we were done with this, but
No, I'm just
it
like,
just sparked a whole new thing.
Yeah, that was a horrible analogy.
No, that was a perfect
It's
analogy.
perfect.
It's perfect.
Perfect.
Like,
your
It
argument
is so relevant to
are
what
you
you're
talking
arguing.
about the
no.
story of Halo, or are you talking about can you play it on Legendary and
If
beat
I
it in
if I
Lasso?
watch, let's say, the Rad Brats playing Dead Space, I watch all the gameplay. I watch it all. I understand everything. I can then say I played the game. Is what I'm saying.
No.
Because
But he
a
comprehends
secondary
it.
person,
Yeah,
a
I
secondary,
comprehended all
You
of
can say
it.
you know the story,
that's what we're saying.
and that's
what we're saying.
that's not read.
So if someone came up to me and said, "Hey, have you played Dead Space?"
You could say you
I can't tell
finished.
them I played the game.
There's multiple aspects to a video game, though. There's the story element, and then there's the actual playing of
And
the
there's
game.
multiple elements of reading a book.
No, there's not.
There's the
It's
story
words
element.
on a page.
And then there's the action of reading and comprehending. That's like your gameplay, is you're actually doing it.
Yeah, I can't.
We're gonna have reading speed runs now.
Hey, if I watch a speed run, if I watch a gameplay, like let's say I did play a game and I beat it, but I didn't 100% the game. I then watched a YouTube tutorial on how to 100% it, memorized everything, and I saw the final ending. Did I 100% the game?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Okay, now
Okay,
he's just
so
he's
now,
done.
okay.
He's done. Wrap it up.
Done. Wrap it up.
And with that, thank you for all of our listeners
Isaac
for
took
reading
over.
this podcast.
Thank you for reading this podcast.
Thank you for reading. Hey, you know what? Get any media the way that you can. There's a lot out there, and you got to catch up.
We're coming to Audible soon.
We should actually.
And then you can say you read the Bricked Files podcast. You want to say all
Add us to
platforms?
Goodreads.
All platforms are on.
I don't know them all. They're on Apple Music.
Oh, by the way, our Amazon. Do we have any links for Amazon?
No, George needs to work on that. But
Okay.
we are on Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music now, or Amazon
And YouTube.
Podcast.
YouTube.
We're also on YouTube in video format. So if you're watching us on YouTube, feel free to check us out on the other platforms. Add us, when you're driving, and then you can say, "Oh well, I watched the podcast,"
or I read it.
or if you
I read it.
Yeah, you read it. Or if you listened to it, or if you watched it but you didn't actually listen to it, you just muted us.
I love how
you can
heated
just say,
this got.
"I listened to the podcast," so and read it. So take it away, Josh. Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and YouTube.
Yeah. Anything else? Podbean.
No.
Beacons.
Oh boy. Well, I've been your host, Josh. Jacob here with me. Who
Hi.
doesn't read.
I've been posting on my Instagram about my reading journey.
Okay.
Dude, you should have read your story. I was having
Hey.
a stroke trying to comprehend that.
Nobody said writing and reading are
Anyway,
different skills.
Tim.
Tim.
Hey, vote. I want to know.
Yeah, we should put up a poll.
Do you think
I'll put up
our
a poll.
audiobooks?
are
read.
audiobooks considered I read a book?
Or would it be I
Wait.
listened?
If I read a
Yes.
book, can I say I've listened to the book?
Sure. You can. Yeah, everybody's gonna look at you weird. They're gonna be like, freaking
I
schizo.
wonder why they would. I really wonder why.
Probably because he didn't do it.
George.
Hi guys. Bye. I mean,
Anything else on the?
I said hi.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he reads at a good level. And Isaac.
Yeah.
Has been the big. Yeah, this has been the
What? The big.
This has been a prick in my side.
This has been the Bricked Bios podcast. You guys have a good evening, night, whatever.
Happy holidays.
Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and any other